trybluenc.com. That's trybluenc.com.
All right, I don't know what the Iranian term is for chutzpah, but if I've got this right, Iran is saying that our new foreign visa policy that Congress concocted, that it runs afoul of the nuclear deal, and they're threatening to walk. So Iran is saying, we are cheating on this deal with a visa policy they find objectionable, and John Kerry, our Secretary of State, is trying to reassure them, no, all of this is fine. These visa waiver restrictions that we're fussing over are not what you think. And by the way, remember yesterday I said we could always dismiss the waiver administratively anytime. It's added insult to injury. North Carolina Congressman Robert Pittenger on what he makes of just that reaction. That kind of stunned me, Congressman. What did you think of that?
Why should it stun you, Neil? I mean, they've been protesting and they've gotten everything they've wanted in their protest.
But I guess the term is that, the best defense is a good offense, rather than us threatening to balk on because they're not holding to it. They're turning around and saying, well, you're not holding to it. This visa policy is a sham. What do you make of that?
Well, the visa policy is one that creates accountability. It creates some oversight. Anybody who's going to come into the country, particularly those who have gone to a known terrorist state, should have to file for a visa. It's just that simple.
And we should say that this applies to a number of other problematic countries, shall we say. That's what John Kerry was trying to say. But if he bends for Iran, or even goes so far as to grant them a waiver, what would you think
Neil,
of that?
he's done that time and again. I mean, look at what they've done. They've circumvented all of our financial sanctions that they had on it. The IAEA, they never followed the rules on that. $600 million a month that we gave them, $12 billion. They used that to fund their terrorist surrogates. The missile ban, the test ban, they violated that. Everything that they've done, they've gotten away with it. We gave not even a whisper in terms of protest. They give a protest like this, and John Kerry, and he goes apologizing again.
But I'm saying they must hold the upper card here, because Iran's Deputy Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi was saying that definitely this law adversely affects economic, referring to our visa plan, cultural, scientific, and tourism relations. Enough so that could you really see them walking away from a deal where they appear to be the only beneficiary?
They have succeeded every single time they've threatened to walk away. Walk away. Reagan walked away from Reykjavik, and Gorbachev kept begging back. 6 months later, we signed 2 test ban treaties. So, they've threatened and they've succeeded, and that's why they keep threatening. All
right. What's odd about it now is it comes at a time where the time is money, right? The first, group of funds become available or unfrozen to them early in the new year from us. A lot of them have already been freed from our Western European nations, at least those who voted unanimously in the Security Council to lift this. So they're not going to be hurting for money one way or the other, right?
That's my concern. Over $100 billion repatriated all profits to go back to Iran. And there are 46 banks. Half of those banks will have the access and the right to transfer those funds to the international financial system. We've got to track that money. That's much of what I do on Financial Services Committee as vice chair of our Terrorism Financing Task Force. Of course, I chair our Congressional Task Force on Terrorism. We have got to follow the money, and they're going to have even greater access to funds out of this deal.
All right. Thank you, Congressman. Weird, as you said. All right. Very good seeing you. I hope you have a Merry Christmas.
Same to you, Neil. Best to you.
All right. Alan Simpson is furious. Remember him, the debt co-chair, but not a debt at a certain Republican candidate. Into this.